So, I've been playing a bit of Warframe after 1999 came out, and honestly, as soon as I got Cyte-09, I immediately realized how powerful he was. But I've been looking at mods and arcanes as well, so I've realized the uh, the ability strength potential of Cyte-09 is kind of stupid. Don't mind all these mods that are not fully ranked up. They are. I'm not ready for the commitments because too many of my Warframes have these mods on and don't have enough mod space, and I'm low on Forma. Mainly because I've been ranking up Kuva and Tenet weapons. Other than that, uh, I've been doing the math, and this arcane just at max rank gives 20%. Wait, no, not 20%. 30% ability strength and 3 times final critical multiplier. That alone is really good for Cyto9, but I also was paying attention to this arcane in particular because every unique status effect from your abilities grant up to 6 ability strength and 3 of ability efficiency. I don't have these fully ranked up yet because I haven't gotten too many of these. I've mainly been buying them from Eleanor. The reason this one in particular interests me is because of Cyto9's second ability, which, yeah. And I've been like thinking about how much extra ability strength that actually is. And when it comes to arcanes, it is a lot stronger than Molt Energize or whatever. This has the potential of giving Cyto9 about 60 to 66 uh, extra ability strength and about 30 to 33 uh, ability efficiency. And these put together at full capacity give an extra 90. And if I had all of these active and fully ranked, Cyto9, if I got an invigoration from him that gave ability strength, like the 200% ability strength, we're looking at a Warframe that can easily reach 500 ability strength. And I'm not even using everything that could be good for him. Because right now I'm just using Streamline and Boreal's Hatred to jack up efficiency because although his abilities are really strong, with Blind Rage, it really is a detriment to how well I can actually use this. Some Sorry, I had soda. But sometimes this just makes it really, really annoying to use if I don't have efficiency. I just put these two on just to nullify the debuff to efficiency. But if I had all of the uh, slots filled and included a Warframe adapter, I if I had everything that I needed, I couldn't make him reach 500 ability strength, which is pretty unnecessary considering his sniper rifle already does millions of damage on its own with the way I have it set up. Like, Cyte-09 is just one of those characters that you you don't expect too much other than him to like be great for like long range enemies. But his crowd clearing potential and just raw damage is so overtuned. It's surprising that DE actually like approved this, especially with the mods that they included as well for the neutralizer. Spectral serration. Again, don't mind all these not fully upgraded mods. But you you have two mods that just straight up work exceedingly well with the sniper rifle. And you have another mod that isn't even a part of this, but is great just because it works well with the sniper rifle, giving an extra 240% damage. On top of this, which once I use Forma on, if I use Forma on this, I am going to upgrade fully. But Jesus Christ, they didn't. I don't know if they thought of what this character could actually do. Like, it sends shivers. It like literal shivers how strong he is. But this has been a very interesting video just because I'm not even doing anything. I'm just talking about Cyte-09. But oh yeah, I should probably show why my guns are like a bright yellow gold. This is why. Gabriel, the Warframe. It is fucking bright, but I love it. Anyways, back to Cyto 9. I really do want to get the skins for these just because they I love the voice lines. And I got Eleanor up there like off camera just saying dirty things. And I haven't heard too many of the voice lines for her if you switch into her while you're in a relationship with her. But oh yeah, another thing I should probably talk about is the pistol that comes with Cyto-09. It's not really his pistol, but it at this point with the amount of headshot bonuses that came out with this update, and the fact this is a headshotting deagle. At least it looks the bulking. I don't even think it's a deagle, probably not, but still, it hits like one. This I haven't gotten a a thing for this, and I haven't installed an arcane adapter. But this one shots a decent amount of the roster that I've dealt with if I get a headshot. If I installed, I'm gonna do it now just because why not? Now this will definitely one shot most things. That damage is not accurate. At the bare minimum, when you're fighting I've used this pistol while fighting Exploiter Orb, and it's great for dealing with the like little guys that come in to shoot like cryogenic gel at her to cool her down. Just because if you hit the weak point, which is absolutely huge, it one shots them. With just this, by the way, before I even added this. Just this alone made it one shot. And then another thing to talk about Cyte-09. Seek is just a stupid ability in general, just because not only do you get to see weak points and and shoot through walls, it has something very similar to it was something I discovered on Haro, which is what I call the melee headshot. Because with certain melee weapons, well, a decent portion of the weapons anyway, usually aim at weak points in their swing styles. And if you did not know this, melee's headshot. So you mix a portable headshot damage amplifier with a melee weapon that hits the head 90% of the time, and you got yourself a recipe for a pretty fun melee build. Although he is not exactly built for melee at all. I still use him though, just because even without the resistance, keeping evade up by like just casually slashing enemies is kind of stupid. Like, I haven't reached the full potential of most of my frames, and the thing I do with most of my frames is not subsume a new ability onto them until I know I can, unless there's an ability I never use on a warframe. For example, an example I will use is my Necros, which I subsumed Blood Altar instead of the Soul Punch. Mainly because I barely use Soul Punch at all, and Blood Altar is just better with the Shadows of the Dead, just because it also heals them. Like, these are the main three abilities that I use on him. That's a that's also another issue I have with a few frames compared to Cyte-09. Cyte-09 is one of those frames where you pick him up, you don't expect much, and you end up using him for way longer than you thought you would. Like, to the point where I've actually started to take a break from him, just because he is that good. He's not the best for every mission. I found that out the hard way. But if you have a good tile set with narrow corridors and everything's rushing towards you, he is great. And he technically counts as a stealth frame too, just because he can go invisible and you can just put hush on the neutralize so that so that it's not loud. I mean, you won't get full benefits from like stealth kills because unfortunately the gunshots don't immediately count as a stealth kill, unlike when you put an enemy to sleep and kill them with a melee weapon. That's the easiest example I can think of right now. But because this chains to multiple enemies, I'm pretty sure the that it doesn't the game doesn't like registering these as stealth kills, even if the enemies don't notice it's happening. Because this weapon was not designed to have stealth in mind. It was meant to be a good crowd clearing weapon that does high damage to multiple targets. And it makes Cyte-09 pretty good for spy missions just because you're obviously going to use the first ability to see through walls and shoot through walls. And being able to shoot out cameras and insta-kill any guards that are in the way are just... It's just beautiful. I'm gonna stop ranting about Cyte-09 now. I just wanted to make a video about him just because of how ridiculous he is. And I wanna know if anyone watching this actually like uses these to the full potential. If so, like link a video in to me in the comments so I can see like what you did. Because I feel like there's not many frames that can take full advantage of... Honestly, most frames can't even take full advantage of this ability on, I mean, this arcane on its own. And unless you have the subsume, it's not gonna be great if you use this on most frames. So in the comments, I would like to know what you would recommend, and if you have a video showing off any builds you have for Cyte-09. And I would also love to see a video of everything active, like highest amount of ability strength with the highest amount of damage you can possibly get on the neutralizer. Because I want to see how stupid this gun can get. And if you get lucky, if you can get arbitrations with either arbitrations or void, like any relic opening with ability strength doubled, or just at the very least a more guaranteed, though highly unlikely, arbitration with Cyte-09 as the featured Warframe. I would love to see how much damage you could possibly output. I know Void of Relics probably would be easier to do. I honestly don't know how exactly how these would be applied, considering they're not they're conditionals, so I don't know if they get added into the double ability strength. But I would love to see how strong you can get Cyte-09. That should be enough for now. I'm gonna quit blabbing on and end recording. Hope you all have a good day. Dire Shadow out.